Move this a little bit closer. I think you can still see. Okay, so this week, this is pretty much this is the only assignment that we haven't really focused on stage 2 and 3, and it is document use number 4 for both groups. It's using tables and reading tables. So we're going to start off with a brief, very short brainstorm about what a table is. So we all know that we sit at a table in our culture to eat. So we know that a table is something that looks like this. But in writing and in reading, a table is something different. What is a table? How would you describe a table? If someone said, oh, please look at that table, and that will tell you what day you need to go to school and at what time. What are they talking about?
What, the schedule?
A schedule, yeah. So oftentimes, a schedule is written in the form of a table. So what does a table look like? I like it. I love it when people do this. It's like this, Jamie. It's like this. Okay, so I'm going to look at Sal and I'm going to look at his hands. So he told me it's like this. Oh, this is a very bad marker. Okay, so it looks like that. And then what else, Sala? Yeah. So what do we call these in a table?
Lines.
Okay, sure, for sure. They're lines. And if we look at each one, like each section between those lines, does anybody know what we call them?
Column?
Yeah, you're getting there. Our columns are these ones.
Yeah.
Yeah. So a table is made up of columns and
Rows.
rows. Yes. So these are our rows, and these are our columns. Columns is a funny thing, funny word to write. So tables, they have columns, and columns are going up and down vertically, and they have rows which go across horizontally. So if we're thinking about something like a schedule, why is a table a really helpful thing to use?
It organizes it.
It organizes it, yes. So we have columns, we have rows. What is helpful to have at the top of each column or at the beginning of each row? What's a helpful thing that tables have in them? Headings, yes, excellent. So if you think about it, the most basic thing we look at frequently, I think, is a calendar. A calendar is a table, right? So the headings, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, and then you have your labels here as well. So we call them headings, and we also call them labels. Yeah. So where else do we see tables? Other than schedules, where else might you see a table?
Beginning of the book.
Yeah, what do we call that table?
Table of contents.
Table of contents, yep. So Nani is going to enjoy creating a table of contents for our book. It will have headings that will tell you what's in each section of your book. Yeah, for sure. Where else might we see or use tables?
Surveys.
Sorry? Service?
Surveys.
Surveys, thank you. Yes, surveys. Yep. Excellent. Yeah. So surveys, for sure. Yeah. Survey results. Actually, I have the results from our class survey here, and I made it into a table, which you're going to read, right? So in this assignment, what we're going to be doing is we are going to be reading tables and graphs. And we're going to start by, sorry, not graphs. We're just going to focus on tables. We're going to do graphs at another point. But tables can also be called charts. Have you guys heard?
Yeah,
that?
use chart.
You use charts. Okay.
Because
so
in French we use the word table.
okay.
Tableau.
Okay. Yeah, tableau. And they're also called charts. So, Sala, do you use any tables or charts for your work?
Yeah.
Okay. So what do you use them for in your
For
work?
ingredient
Uh-huh.
and for schedule.
Yep. Exactly. Checklist. Yeah.
Checklist.
Sometimes we use them as a checklist. So
Checklist
Natty.
for closing.
What? Yes.
Like we put the days and
Yeah.
like every day we have to clean this area.
Yes.
The next week we have to clean this area.
Yes. So next time you go to the bathroom at Walmart or at Rock's, look in the bathroom. Oftentimes they will have their table in there for their cleaning schedule, right? Yeah, nurses use tables a lot for keeping track of their patients. Natty's going to create a table for keeping track of who's contributing to the book and what they're contributing. It's just a really handy way to organize your writing so that you don't just have this big page of writing, you have it organized into a table. It's very neat. Yeah, and we also call them charts. So we're going to just take a quick look and read of this. Now you'll notice, Sal, I put a glass on your desk and the rest of the ladies have a bell. I'll tell you what that's going to be used for in a second. You have a pen or something? Yeah, that's your bell, okay? I used to have 4 bells, but someone stole one of my fire bells. I'm gonna have to go and figure out where the heck it is.
So they stole mine.
Yes, they stole yours, Sala. So I thought, what more can I do to single out Sala as the only man? Give him that instead of a bell. Okay, so we're just gonna read this, and for those of you at home, you would be going to lesson number 5, which says reading charts. We're gonna just read through this, and then I'm going to ask some questions about Tina's tacos chart, and it's going to be a game. So the people here in class are going to ring the bell if they think they have the answer to one of those questions. But that's to come. Let's start with what are charts. So starting at the top there with the heading, what are charts? Information can be presented and organized in different ways. A chart uses columns and rows to organize information. Each column and row contains different information. The layout of a chart helps you locate needed information easily and quickly. The importance of charts. Charts are used for a variety of reasons in the workplace. Work schedules, job duties, inventory lists, or checklists are some of the examples you might read at work. So, Sala, do you find that the charts you read at work are pretty easy to read? They're just straightforward? So.
Like for the checklist, cleaning checklist or for the prep checklist, it's easy.
Yeah.
But for the closing checklist, it's not easy.
Okay, so what makes charts difficult sometimes, or that particular table? What makes it difficult to read?
Or like the organization is not like familiar with me.
Okay, yeah. So charts can be fairly simple and straightforward. So if we look at Tina's tacos, we can see it's pretty straightforward. What do the headings at the top of the checklist say, or how do they help us? How are they categorized? What are the categories?
The cleaning
Yep.
items.
Food preparation
Yep.
items, safety items, that were.
Yeah. So it's categorized by the type of item, right? And it's very well set up. But sometimes charts can be a little bit confusing. They use a different format, and then we have to really figure out what is the format that this chart is using, right? Okay, so how to read a chart. The first step is to determine your purpose. So why are you reading this chart, and what do you want to learn? So that chart that's hanging up in Walmart that says how often somebody's come and cleaned the bathroom, and the checklist that they've done all these things, and the signature. What is the purpose? What's the reason that chart is there? Is it for the worker, or is it for us who's the customer going to the bathroom?
For customers and for health inspector.
Okay, so why do you think that's the purpose? What reason would the health inspector?
If I go there as a customer and they found that it's daily cleaning, or I feel safe that I'm gonna use this one. Something is clean.
Exactly. So the purpose, it actually has two, and I would say the purpose is also for the worker who's doing the cleaning, right? So the purpose is for them to make sure they've done everything and to sign off. But then we would say, well, why is it hanging there then? Why don't they just keep it with them? Because the other purpose, like Sala said, is for us to see it, to see that they've done it. So we might go to the bathroom and notice it's a total mess, and then we'll go and look at that chart. Oh, they just cleaned this last week. Oh my goodness, right? And then of course for the health inspector, if they would come, they would want to see that chart is hanging there for them to see. Yeah. Okay,
and
so
they are very picky with the chart.
Yes, yeah. So so knowing the purpose of the chart, like why you're looking at it or why you're reading it, is really important, right? The next step is determine the purpose of the chart. So you read the title, and you read the headings of the columns. So for this one, Tina Taco's checklist, that's our title. Why is that important? What if there was no title? What if you put your hand over that and you just saw cleaning items, food preparation items, safety items, and taco items?
If there's no title, we're not gonna understand it.
Yeah. What's this, like, what does cleaning have to do with tacos, right?
Yeah.
If it didn't have that thing, we wouldn't know, oh, this is for a restaurant, and the restaurant's called Tina's Tacos, and she's making sure she has, so the title is huge. If you don't know the title of a table, you have no idea what the purpose is, what they're trying to teach you with it, right? Okay, so example, Maria works for Tina's Tacos. It is a food truck that sells tacos, burritos, rice, and beans, and sodas. Okay, who's hungry now? Ay, ay, ay. Is this really something we want to read at 5 to 11 on a Monday? Oh my goodness. Okay, every morning before Maria leaves with the truck, she uses a checklist to make sure she has all the supplies she will need for the day. She looks at each item on the checklist, verifies that it's on the truck, and then puts a check next to the item. All right, are you guys ready? You have your bells? You out there, you guys have these questions on a paper. So here are the answers. So if you don't want the answers, then pause the video. Okay. Are you ready? Are we keeping score? Are you guys the score-keeping type? You are. I know Sala is. Okay. So Sala, Natty, Susie. I have to do the whole Susie because we have 2 S's. And Helena. Okay. Are you ready? Are you sure you're ready? You got your bell? This is hard for me because sometimes people ring the bells at the same time. Sala, he's going to hit his glass no matter what the question is. And then he's going to have to think, what's the answer to that question?
I always do that, by the way.
Are you ready? What are the headings used in the table? We're waiting.
Is that quiz?
I thought there'd be a bell. What are the headings used in the table? Natty.
They're used to give the quick information about what you've read in there.
Okay, but I'm asking you, what are the headings? What? Uh-huh.
Cleaning item,
Uh-huh.
food preparation item,
Uh-huh.
safety item,
Uh-huh.
taco item.
Yes, okay. Thank you, Natty. Natty was digging deeper. She's like, dang it, she wants something else. I know it. But you're right. It's so you know what that column's about. Thank you, Natty. All right, are you guys ready? Everyone was so nervous. They didn't even know, like, they thought it should be more difficult than that. Okay, it's not. Are you ready? How are the headings organized? How are the headings organized? Yeah, Sala?
She separated the cleaning items and the food preparation, the safety items.
Sure.
And
Yep, that is it, but I'm looking for something.
Alphabet.
Yes, alphabetically. So if you look at that, C, F, S, T, right? Alphabetically. But you're right. But you get the point. Yep. Thank you. Okay. Here's a really easy one. Are you guys ready? Have your bell. You guys are so not competitive. When I used to do these with the 9 Russian German at Grandeur, oh my goodness, I thought people were going to have a fist fight. I had to stop doing games because people were so competitive. So, are you guys ready? This one's really easy. What is the title of the table? Go ahead.
Tina's Tacos.
Tina's Tacos. Everybody gets a point. Do. Tina's Taco. Oh, I didn't hear the checklist. Everybody together.
Checklist.
Tina's Tacos checklist. Okay. Check. Okay. What is the purpose of the table? Oh boy. Sala?
She gonna make her grocery, and she wanna make sure that she bought everything that she needs.
Yes. She wants to make sure that she has everything she needs for the day.
Yeah.
Yes. Okay. We'll give it to him. Okay. Are you ready? Which cleaning item is Tina missing?
Sponge.
Let me see. Now I gotta
I was sure about the next question.
I don't know. Okay, Sala, now you have to take a break because you have 3 points. We're gonna give the ladies a chance here. This is how I play. These are my rules. I change them as I go along. Which safety item is Tina missing? Natty. Yes. Why would that be very important right now? Probably wouldn't be able to have your thing. How are the items underneath the headings organized?
Vertical and alphabetically.
Yes, they're organized alphabetically. Because if there's one that's out of mix, I will give a bonus point for anyone who can see the one item that is a little bit out of it.
The cleaning?
Yes. Thank you. Which one's out of place there?
The last one, the G.
Yeah, the
It's
glass
not behind
cleaner.
us.
That's right. It should be up there, right? Underneath the
Yeah.
cleaning bucket. Yep. Okay. And the last question. Are you ready? These are really hard. She's missing hairnets. What kind of item are hairnets?
To cover your hair.
What kind of item are hairnets? Yep.
Food preparation.
Food preparation. Yeah. So the hairnets come underneath food preparation. Do you see it there, Susie? Okay. Anyway, just a little bit of fun to brighten up our
I
day.
have 4.
Yeah. Sala is the winner, of course. Okay. Yay, Sala. All right. So I used to do a lot more games like this, especially when we did things with grammar and stuff like that. So if this is something you like, let me know because we can keep doing that. We need to have fun. Okay. So now what we're going to do is I have, and for those of you at home, I'm going to press pause right now or press stop. And I'm sorry that you can't be here to join us for this next part. But I have the results of our survey, and I've put them into a table.